Yeah, my father passed away in August. He was 94 and a half. Tomorrow it would be 95. And I retired when I was 53 so I could farm with my dad. And we farmed together for 13 years. The best days of my life. My name is Paul Davis, and I'm about 600 feet from where I was born and raised.
So my name is Clay Lowe. We're on our home farm here in Surrey County. I grew up right through those woods, actually. My brother, my sister, and I grew up running barefoot around here like wild animals.
I remember just playing in the creeks and the streams and catching tadpoles. Mom would always find them in my pockets. As I grew older, I got a sense of pride in our family operation.
We were raised on the land. I'm raising my children on this land. It's vitally important to me to keep it healthy, to keep it here. It's sort of part of my identity, I guess. I could never imagine living a life away from the land. And maybe that contributes to my willingness to work extra hard to protect it, to preserve it.
We were very fortunate to have good land here. It wasn't like we were restoring a broken system, but we were improving what we already had to work with. As a manager of a farm, it's very important that I am a good steward of the land. As we take care of the land, it gives it the ability to take care of us. Because it will be here next generation, just as we picked it up from the previous generation.
My dad said, even though he was in his 80s and 90s, boy, if you're not making a major change every 5 years in your production, you're falling behind.
You can stand in a tilled peanut field in the middle of the summertime and a thunderstorm comes up and you know you need to make a change. Like, this isn't working, there goes my soil. What do I do? Soil health is important to me, yes, because it's my soil. Every farmer in the world is tied to his land, to his soil, and you want it to perpetuate on throughout generations. Is the best way to do that to have it wash into the streams and the woods and the swamps and fill our waterways with sediment? Have the topsoil erode and lose it inch by inch every year? Or is it to preserve it and then build upon it so that you leave it better than you found it? Part of realizing their value is realizing the problems we face. And I mean we as a global community, not just a farming community. Our topsoil is disappearing. Our water bodies are filling with sediments and runoff. Our air is filling up with carbon. What do we do to fix that? I don't know. We can't fix every problem, but we can fix a lot of them just by increasing no-till and cover crop adoption. If you've got a soil that's full of carbon and you rip it open and release carbon into the air, that's one approach. Another approach is taking carbon from the air and pumping it back into the soil to feed the plants in a cyclical way over and over again. I know which approach is better to me.
We treat the soil like it's a living organism. And we want to have something green and growing 24/7. We've had this cover crop out here all winter. So we're taking the CO2 out of the air and making a difference.
The system that we have in place currently on our farm with no-tilling, with cover crops, that's something that I can be very proud of to pass down to the next generation.
Do we inherit this land from our forebears, or do we borrow it from our children? At the end of the day, you want to be able to look your children in the eye and say that you did everything you could do to make it better.